Okay, thank you for having me today. You guys look beautiful.
Thank you.
You're just like, I'm here, you know, I just gotta get through it, right? I feel you. So my name is Victoria Mia Rutherford. Mia is my middle name. I go by Mia. And I've been in the eyelash industry for over 23 years. I love it. The person that told me to get into it was my mom. She started as a client, and we went through good experiences and bad experiences. Kind of so bad to the point where I said I was going to make a career out of this. So thank you for having me, and I'd like to share just a little bit of my experience and give you about a little bit of insight about what's going on in the industry. I'm a big advocate about going to the conferences and a lot of the trade shows, but it's taken a turn from 10, 20 years to now, and a lot of people are vocal about it. So I wanted to take this opportunity to share some of the insight of other industry leaders that I also have connected with in the past, to get the conversation going, to bring awareness, and to find out what you guys have planned for your map and for your journey, because I know you guys are about to kill the game. There's a little bit of shakiness in the industry as far as legislation and laws go. Have you guys heard about the new law that they're trying to implement to assess what you learn in school and compare that to how much you make when you get out, and to see if they're going to still fund the programs? I want to talk about that a little bit, and hopefully at the end I get to encourage you guys a little bit too.
Thank you.
Yes, I do train too. A little bit about my experience in training. I started training for Minky's company in 2014. I've been training for about 15 years now, and I branched away from Minky's to become independent. That way I can give more one-on-one focus and really kind of mentor the students that come in and support them more. First, when I was a trainer for Minky's, it was like a one-day workshop, and when I took it, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna learn lashes in a day. So it's a marathon, not a sprint. So I wanted to set up the program to really support more and have better connections. So, all right, so first I would like to show you some videos of 3 people in the industry. One is Wendy. One of the guys is Jamie. Jamie, he does lash base. Does anybody do lashes? Has anybody experimented with lashes before? Nice, nice. It's okay, I won't tell anybody, because I remember when I was in school, I was like paranoid, like somebody gonna call the state board on me, because I'm just practicing. But it was kind of like I was nervous, so we're good. But I hope to maintain a relationship with you guys in the long run, so I can follow your journey and see how you guys succeed and how well you do along the way. I also offer free training as well. There's a platform called School, SKOOL, and I will put the QR code at the end. But if you're interested, feel free to sign up for my free courses on School. If you might be interested in getting in the lash industry, but everybody wants to charge and everything seems kind of like intimidating, or a pair of tweezers is $100, or a piece adhesive with glue is another $50, and you just want to know the route to take, we do offer free education on School. So I'll share that with you at the end. And y'all, I'm kind of nuts too, because I kind of took it a little far. I love teaching. I love doing lashes. So I went so far to create an animation to where we teach through animation, like a cartoon. And if we have time, I think I have 30 minutes today.
We got all the time. We got plenty of time.
Cool. So I look forward to showing you some of my movie. It's called The Lash Awakening, and we've had over 2,000 views, so I'm excited about that. I like the animation because it's a way to teach and educate through creativity, because sometimes when I was in school, I would get bored just reading words in books all day. I need to keep entertainment going. So I love to share that with you as well. So let me stop talking. I'd like to share some insight from a few of the beauty industry folks, specifically in the lash business. And I'm going to record the video footage too, because it's so cool. Sorry guys, I just bought that yesterday. Was that Temu? Okay, so, but I don't recommend to buy lash products on Temu. for the record. One of my mentors, Frankie Widow, she spoke about that, and she didn't really have a comment about this particular subject that we're talking about, but Frankie Widows is somebody that I do look up to and is a mentor. She's a judge in several competitions that I've done, and she's one of the oldest people that I've known that have been in the industry over about 20 years. So let's get started here. So there's been a lot of talk and insight. As I mentioned earlier, people are saying that the ticket rates are going down of people buying conference tickets, and people just aren't really encouraged to go out. I can honestly say, like, during COVID, it had died down a little bit. There's a big conference, I don't know if you guys know about it, in San Jose. They had it every year, but they moved to Sacramento. It's called FACE. Oh man, that used to be a big deal. And it's so sad. And they still have it, but it's just not as big. But that was something I look forward to every year, because at that time I worked for Mickey, so that was a time for us to push the products and push the business, and they just brought a big booth out. So they do have other conferences like in LA, then there's one in Vegas, IBS, International Beauty Conferences. But I'll leave some of that information when I'm done, so you guys have those resources, because you guys are actually the key. You're the future, and I wanted to come here to get to know you. I do want to talk, but I really want you guys to talk, because I want to know you, because when I come to these speaking engagements, I end up like getting insight and learning about the students, and they later go on to be brilliant, excellent. So this is actually humbling for me. So hopefully we'll get an opportunity to mingle a little bit, and you know, a couple years down the line, I'll be like, I know her, I told you so. Or I know that lash artist over there, I told you she was gonna be good. So, all right, so yeah, these guys are speaking a little bit about the industry and how the conference attendance has slowed down and cut almost by half. And I just wanted you to have other perspective so that we can open the discussion after. First person I'll have, let's see, we'll go with Wendy. Wendy, she does lashes. I met Wendy at the Arizona conference about 2 years ago. I was working with the Lumino LED light with Sujin. She is out of Oakland, and she recently moved to Las Vegas. But there I was able to have different mentors, and they introduced me to different people. But Wendy, she is amazing. She's stellar. She's been in the industry for a long time, but she really knows her stuff. But let me share with you insight from Wendy.
We've been at very many events this year, and let me just get this out of the way. I'm not going to be bashing or speaking negatively about any lash events or anyone that puts on lash events, so if that's what you're wanting to see, then just keep it rolling. Okay, so if you're new here, hi, my name's Wednesday. I have been an esthetician for 12 years. I've been going to these types of events for over a decade, and in the last 5 years, I've been a speaker at a lot of these types of events before I started having worse mental health issues at the beginning of this year. Last year, I was already kind of considering taking a step back from lash events. I keep re-recording this. I don't know how to get like my point across correctly, but what I'm trying to say is I guess the past couple of years it's been really hard for me to put myself out there as a speaker or an educator. I never expected when I started my Instagram account to have so many eyes on me and to have so many different perceptions of me, and I don't know. It's already one thing and really hard to leave my business and my son to go to a conference or an event for a few days, and I'm already putting myself in a vulnerable situation. And I've always kind of had like social anxiety and been a little on the more awkward and shy side, and it's just hard when people will grasp on to like one little thing you did or may have said and make that their entire opinion on you without really getting to know you. All of that might be a video for a different day, because I'm kind of having a hard time like articulating my thoughts on that right now, but if you know, you know. And the most recent anxiety I have been dealing with, so I was in Reno teaching a PLA class in March, and it was an amazing experience. I love going to Reno, I love going to PLA, but I don't know like what rewired in my brain the last time I was there, but I just started having like horrible panic attacks. I almost want to say it's like maybe maybe a form of OCD of like not being in control. It's really hard, like being that far away from my son. I kind of like realized that I was so far away and just started having like ideations that something really bad was going to happen. Didn't sleep at all. I still went to Atlanta at the end of March, and again, like I still had really bad anxiety. Didn't sleep the whole time I was there, which made it even more scary going to a social lash event. And I don't think I even like talked to anyone the whole time I was there because I was just overanalyzing all of my actions on top of not getting any sleep. I was basically a zombie because again, I just didn't want anyone to have like a wrong perception of me, and then I was just basically spiraling the whole time. But as of right now, I don't plan on going to any more events for the rest of the year that are not in Texas because I just need to like get my mental health together, if I'm being completely real with you. I am gonna go to the Dallas Aesthetic Show next weekend because it is just like a 3-hour drive for me. So I'm kind of like gonna microdose events right now and try to ease back into it and do like exposure therapy. And I'm hoping to maybe go to Reno again this year. And if that is the case, I would honestly probably bring my son and another family member that time because I truly think my travel anxiety right now is stemming from the fact that I'm like so far away from my son. So that is part one about why you may not see me at any lash events for the rest of the year. I'm so sorry for those of you that have been asking, that have been wanting to see me. Like I said, you might see me at some smaller events around Texas. I do really want to start more making like mental health content. So this is kind of me like breaking the ice, and maybe I will document my journey about overcoming my severe crippling travel anxiety and social anxiety right now. But I am going to make a part 2 about kind of like my opinions about lash events right now, just because that's what everyone's buzzing about online, and I'm going to post part 2 right now. I just wanted to share why I have not personally been at very many events this year. And let me just
and that's her insight about her resistance or reluctance to attend conferences, lash conferences. So that's perspective. I really like Wendy personally because I get a lot of notes from her information. When I started my career, or in the middle of it, I would always take courses, more and more courses to advance. And Wendy took a lot of similar courses, so we had a similar roadmap in our education. But I love how she teaches. She's very clear and precise. Okay, and then here's Bourgeoisie Lashes. And a lot of these companies are real popular, so you guys probably have seen or heard of their products as well. But she's gonna give insight as to,
as a sponsor or
what is it? Trying to blow this up. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, let me start over.
return. I want to talk about the lash events and why ticket sales have gone down. I feel just as responsible because as a sponsor or as a vendor, I'm basically helping to put on some of the shows, right? Because I buy into the table or, throwing parties. So there are a handful of events coming up, and I would love to tell you the difference. So if you don't know the difference and you really, really want to choose where your investment is going, this video is for you. So in June, there is an event called Beyond the Lashes. It is in the beginning of June, and it's in San Diego. There is going to be multiple beauty classes, so not just lashes. And there's gonna be a marketplace and an award show. Then you have the course, which is the middle of June, and that is in New York. That one you pay one fee and you get like 3 hands-on classes. And it's, for the price of the course, it's actually cheaper than going to a one-on-one class in your local area. All right, and then you have Lash Bash, which is in multiple different cities, and it is a networking party. Then you have Lash Camp, that's also coming up. That is a all-inclusive campground where they are gonna have education and camp activities. But it's all-inclusive, everything's included, food, everything, lodging, everything. And then you have the Lash Conference, AKA LashCon. It is the show. That is the one that everybody is like stemming from, okay? So you network, business class, lash parties, lash trade show. I mean, it's that girl. LashCon has changed my business in such positive ways. I was able to get free coaching before I became a vendor. I also met a lot of people that are now clients or that I help supply their student kids. And so I will say that LashCon has changed my life and then allowed me to be in other rooms and other events for me to know which event is what. So I hope that this video did help if you are considering attending an event but don't know which one to go to. It's my turn.
Alright, last
I want to
one.
talk about the lash events and why ticket
And
sales
this one
are.
comes from Jamie, and he's international. He comes over from
Been
the
weeks
UK.
into Lash Boss Summit, so I think it's about time I talk about how wrong we got it. We spent thousands of pounds, we travelled nearly halfway around the world to be there, to try and launch a campaign that we thought was really going to make a difference to the 500 people that were there, and then thousands of people around the world, and it just didn't happen. So because of that, we've made some changes and things will be different going forward, so that's what I want to speak about. Now, the plan was that because we have such a large platform and we have such good reach and influence within the lash industry, it means that if we could find somebody at that lash conference, that we could put them on our platform and then they could just be seen. You know, somebody that deserves to be seen. Because the thing is, we all know how hard it is right now in the lash industry. There are people out there that really deserve to be right at the top with everybody knowing who they are and actually making a difference in this lash industry. But because of, I don't know, algorithms, competition, just the way of the world, they're not getting their opportunity. And our goal is to give someone that opportunity. So that's all we were going to do with our booth at Lash Boss Summit. We didn't take any products whatsoever. We just took a few pull-up banners and some cardboard cutouts of ourselves to hopefully get a little bit of attention. And we were going to spend our time just talking to people, explaining what we were doing. We had a QR code people could scan, which we placed around the event as well. So it took them to a landing page that gave a little form that they could fill out just to say they were interested. And then our hope was we would stumble across somebody that is really doing good in the lash industry, or at least they're trying to, and they're not being seen, and we could then use our platform, our influence, and make them seen. Now, to me that sounds really simple, but here's where we got it wrong. Most people thought we were offering a job, or to become an ambassador, or to become a trainer for us. People were approaching us saying, no, I don't really want to be on a podcast. We had people that would scan the QR code, it would load up the Lash-based website, but unfortunately we've got one of those pop-ups on a website that says, oh, give us your email address for a discount code. And people were entering their information into that rather than the actual form that was behind that pop-up. So out of 500 people that were there, we ended up with 15 people signing up. And that even included me going on stage and talking to the entire conference to explain what it was we were trying to do. So we're changing it and we're going to try and be so simple with this. If you think that you should be seen in the industry, or you have these goals and plans to make a difference in the lash industry,